Today on Tidbits of History, we are going to take a journey to the Hollywood sign and its beginnings. The Hollywood sign is more than just 9 white letters, spelling out a city's name. It's one of the world's most famous monuments and a universal metaphor for ambition, success, glamour, for this dazzling place, industry and dream we call Hollywood. Hollywood was established in 1853, with a single adobe hut on land outside Los Angeles, California. Growing crops was so successful there that by 1870, Hollywood became a thriving agricultural community. One of its most notable historic figures was real estate tycoon, Harvey Henderson Wilcox and his wife, Deida, who moved to Los Angeles from Topeka, Kansas, in the 1880s. The town's name came from Deida, who, while on a train trip east, met a woman that described her country home in Ohio, that had been named for the Dutch settlement of Hollywood. Liking the name, Deida christened their ranch Hollywood, upon her return. Hollywood was incorporated as a municipality in 1903 and merged with Los Angeles in 1910. By 1911 Hollywood had its first film studio, and was well on its way to becoming the movie capital of the world. The original Hollywood sign was erected in 1923 to advertise a new housing development in the hills above Los Angeles. Originally reading Hollywoodland, the sign was put up by real estate developers Woodruff and Shoults. The 45-foot-high white block letters that were anchored to telephone poles, and illuminated by 4,000 light bulbs. At night the billboard flashed in 4 stages, Holly, then Wood, then Land and then the entire word, Hollywoodland. The sign was intended to last only a year and a half. The rise of American cinema in Los Angeles during the golden age of Hollywood gave it widespread visibility, causing it to be left beyond that, for over a quarter century still spelling Hollywoodland. Then in 1932 the sign received some bad press. On the night of September 16, 1932, a young actress named Peg Entwistle left her uncle's home, walked to the nearby Hollywood sign, climbed a maintenance ladder to the top of the letter H, and jumped to her death. She was only 24 years old. In 1949, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce began a contract with the City of Los Angeles Parks Department to repair and rebuild the sign. The contract stipulated that land be removed to spell Hollywood and reflect the district, not the Hollywoodland housing development. In 1978 the old sign, primarily made of wood, was torn down and replaced with a new steel sign. The new letters were 45 feet tall and ranged from 31 to 39 feet wide. The new version of the sign was unveiled on November 11, 1978, as the culmination of a live CBS television special commemorating the 75th anniversary of Hollywood's incorporation as a city. The last refurbishment took place on November 2005, as workers stripped the letters back to their metal base and repainted them white. Hollywood is the entertainment capital of the world. Tourists visiting can see a number of historic landmarks. Today, some 45 million people come to visit Hollywood annually. The sign has become synonymous with dreams, success, glitz and glamour. The Hollywood sign is one of the most famous landmarks, recognized all over the world.